Hit it.
Oh, whoa, we're starting?
Do it now.
Oh, okay. Hello, and welcome to the Enginerdy show.
Oh, I was supposed to hit share.
Oh,
what?
should I do it again?
No, just keep going. But I gotta
Sure.
figure out how to do it.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
I'm St. Jimmy.
I'm Mr. Pold.
I'm DVD.
I might just have to go to Twitter.
You might just have to go to Twitter. Twitter.
Is that what birds do?
I think they do crack cocaine. I don't know. Probably not.
I found a squirrel digging holes in my yard today.
Digging?
Punish it?
I think he was hiding his nuts. But
I usually keep mine in my wife's purse.
I think I
cashews, pecans.
startled him because when I went out there, he ran off and there were some nuts on the ground and holes dug.
He left his bounty.
Yes.
You scared him.
Hopefully Daryl goes back and reburies his
name's Daryl.
All my squirrels are named Daryl.
And his other squirrel Daryl.
This is my squirrel Daryl and my other squirrel Daryl.
For a young listener,
Bob Newhart.
Bob Newhart TV show.
Yes, I find it easier just to name them all Daryl. That way.
Didn't that show end up being a dream?
Yes.
Tried that with girls I was dating, but they didn't like it.
Oh.
Calling him Daryl?
Daryl, come back.
Remember that movie, Daryl, about the
Hannah.
android in the SR-71?
Yeah.
Is that a song from...
Yes, that's a song from Toddler on the Roof.
Messmaker, make me a mess.
I don't have one because I've never seen the...
I've seen
Me neither.
I've seen the play.
I've never seen
Toddler
it.
on the Roof?
Yeah.
That's how they get my...
You
just hide Cheerios in there.
Hired toddlers to clean the roof for you. How do you keep them from eating the stuff from the gutters?
You don't. That's the beauty
They're not
of it.
yours.
I don't have any
They're
toddlers.
hired.
Oh, it's a rent a toddler for your roof.
Hey, that's next week. Rent a toddler.
Is your apartment too clean? Rent a toddler. Do you want plastic things shoved in all your outlets? Rent a toddler.
And or metal.
I was thinking you would have to do it.
Oh, well,
you could do that without a toddler.
you could.
Just safety house for without any kids. That'd be weird.
You may have kids belonging to someone else come over.
I remember going through our apartment, our rental house before this house, moving all of the safety stuff. It was the most freeing. I can open any cupboard.
St. Jimmy's son pushed through my fence when he was over at my house one time.
Your new fence?
No, my
old house.
It's like,
the old
pretty
fence.
strong to break through that fence.
New house, old fence.
Oh, I guess
You were out of town.
hadn't heard that.
You were in the Philippines.
Oh, that's
or
one of
something.
my player characters in my
Oh.
D&D game.
Push through the fence.
No, new house, old fence.
Okay.
His parents were mean.
Oh yeah, I played mini golf.
You did.
Yes.
I was going to ask why.
I may have used that
Mean and demean
picture
are kind
for
of the same.
last
you did
week's
use it for
show
last
art.
week's show.
I didn't know you were going to talk about it this week.
Oh well, I did it last weekend.
I guess I had assumed that you had done it and not talked
If
about
there's
it.
miniature golf, why isn't there grand golf? Where it's
There
like
is.
everything's
They
bigger?
just call it golf.
We went to the large metropolitan area south of us to go mini golf. They had
Oh.
four
How
different
far south? We're
courses,
talking like
30
Johannesburg
30
or
to 40 minutes.
so not Johannesburg.
Across the waters.
Yes, the mini waters to go play mini golf.
Hmm.
The mini
Anyway, they
waters.
had they had four separate courses there and varying in difficulty.
Wow.
And we asked the lady, which one is your favorite?
That's
And
70
she
holes
put
of
us-
golf.
She put
72
us
holes.
on the hardest one, and it
Whoa.
was difficult. There were a lot of hills.
What?
I kept hitting my ball out of bounds.
Oh,
There were
that's a
some
penalty.
water hazards and some sand traps
Sand
and
traps.
trees.
in
Yes,
mini golf.
yes.
I've never heard of that.
Well,
Did you bring a
the one
sandwich?
that had a sand trap, I got in a hole in one, so I didn't have to worry about the
Oh.
sand. But everyone else got in the sand.
If you
Nice.
guys had packed a picnic, you could have had a sandwich.
Oh yeah, we could have.
I didn't know I was going to need a pitching
My-
wedge on this course.
My wife destroyed all of us,
Well, yeah.
and when we finished, they said
Why is
you
that?
could.
I've played golf with her.
Oh,
she's
She's
good at
very
golf.
good. We
Does
got
that make
done.
you good at mini golf?
Huh?
Yeah, it's putting.
So, she got a hole in one on the 18th hole,
I
which
did
I
that.
guess
That's
gives
when I
you a
played.
special prize.
oh,
A pie in the face.
No, they gave
Oh.
her a trophy, like an
Oh.
actual golfing trophy.
Nice.
And then they gave us ribbons for the rest of us. We got first place. Okay. Second place, I got a second place ribbon.
Nice.
And there was 1 through 4 because I took 2 of my kids.
Last time I played, he got
Who's the loser?
destroyed
Okay, you get
by
this.
everybody.
Well, what's funny is I
rabbit
was
crawl.
losing after the first 9. And then in the back 9, I got 2 hole-in-ones.
Mm.
What was the playing surface like?
It was turf, AstroTurf,
Oh, like real turf?
I guess.
Oh, nice.
It was outside.
I think a lot of times my lining up like I would a normal putt on a golf course kind of is a hindrance because
Maybe it wasn't
the
exactly
playing surface sometimes can be kind of rough.
this
was
playing
shag
surface.
carpet.
It's not indoor outdoor carpet, that little green.
It might be the outdoor carpet,
Okay.
but it was really fast.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Like you had to really hold back, or otherwise you're gonna hit it clear off. A lot of them it'd go bounce off the back and come all the way back to you.
You're hitting
Whoa.
it way too hard.
Yes,
You're not
So
supposed to take a full swing.
yes, I know. I didn't, but I had to like really hold back.
Did you bring your own putter?
Those were the
No.
par threes.
Oh.
Some of them had like seriously like a 35-40 degree angle up that you had to hit it.
I never thought about bringing my own putter.
Oh, I do that all the time. My whole family has putters, so we all bring our own putter.
I have a couple putters, so my wife and I could do that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, one
They're
of
way
my
better
balls
than the-
ended up on a different course. I hit it so far out of bounds.
4. Yeah, if you're yelling 4 during mini golf,
You're doing it
you
wrong.
might want to calm down a little bit.
You might be a redneck.
I didn't do any sort of golfing at all.
But do you have any banter?
I cleaned my gutters.
I had a really bad headache yesterday.
Oh, I had one today.
Oh no!
You're
It's a-
next.
It's
You're
a boat
tomorrow.
roll for tomorrow.
I drove for, well, I passenged for over an hour each way yesterday for work to go visit another
Oh,
Oh,
company.
wow.
It's going out of business and has some of our
did you buy any of the
stuff.
shelves?
No. But we got about a ream's worth of paperwork that we have been
Oh.
trying to get out of them for over a month. So that was good. But
so now you need more people to go out of
writing
business, so they'll give
in-
you that. They owe you. Oh,
Riding in the back of a
pickup truck.
truck back, it was a 4-door, but
Oh, okay.
it was
You weren't in the bed.
no. But I was sitting in the back and we were coming home at like the very beginnings of rush hour.
Oh, yeah.
I got back to my office at 3:30, so we
Mm.
probably left there around 2ish, and my head was just hurting so bad, and I was just like, I do not want to be in the back of this truck. But I made it.
I'm glad you survived.
Yeah, I went home and
Otherwise, you'd be having a ghost on the podcast.
went straight to bed.
Some kind of poltergeist, possibly.
But I feel much better today. And I didn't have to go anywhere. I stayed in my office and in the machine shop all
Yeah,
day.
I left work early today just because I was feeling really crummy.
Hmm.
So,
I stayed the entire time.
good
So-
for you.
So last Thursday, I left work early because I had got my tooth pulled out
Uh-huh.
and just barely missed the guy that was going to give me a bunch of halibut and salmon.
Oh, for
Aw.
free?
Yep. He went on a fishing vacation to Alaska, and the first time I saw him after I got back, we were just passing each other in the aisle, and I said, "Hey, how was Alaska?" He's like, "Oh, good. Oh, do you like halibut?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'll bring you some." And then the one day I leave early,
They
he
don't have a refrigerator in the office?
barely missed it. It's not very big.
Or how about a microwave? You
We
get
do have a
you can
microwave.
microwave the
Just cooked
fish.
it.
Oh, just
No, I want to bring
become
it
the most
home
hated. Oh,
so that I can be a hero with Mrs. Jimmy.
St. Jimmy East.
not the
fish.
heel at work for microwaving fish.
Yeah, I've microwaved
Did you say macaroni
leftover
and fish?
fish at work before, but
Macaroni and fish,
That'd be okay if you had some cheese in there.
especially with salmon.
no, because the fish replaces the cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not as good then.
Could be.
It's a cold dish. It's fish salad.
First, you gelatinize the fish.
Yeah. What is that?
Gefilte
Gefilte
fish.
fish? Is that gelatinized?
Gefilte fish. Oh, that would not be yummy.
No. In
Maybe it
fact,
would be.
I'm thinking about dry heaving,
Oh,
Thinking about it? Oh.
contemplating it.
Hmm.
No.
I'm trying to think if I have any banter.
Do you have any banta fodder?
No, not really. Living the dream.
Speaking of dreams, let's talk about nerdiculture.
We should.
Is that not a good
That was a very good segue.
segue?
Thank you.
I want a segue. If you have a segue and want to give it to me,
No,
send
that
it
was a
to
bad segue.
dvd at enginerdyshow.freestuff.org.
So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but if you like hold your finger out in front of you and trace a circle in the air and follow it with your eyes, you have very smooth eye movement following it.
Okay.
Have you noticed that?
No.
And then if you imagine that you're following your finger in a circle, you have very jerky eye movements.
Oh,
No, I'm
weird.
dizzy. Thanks.
So try it.
Okay.
I didn't realize it was something.
I
until
just
I
tried, but I just got dizzy.
It might make you dizzy. Maybe that's why I had vertigo today.
Because you were doing this at work.
Yes.
What if
That
you
would-
imagine it on the wall?
I spin around
I
to
feel like
even
that's
turn from
pretty
one
good.
desk
But
to the
if
other
I
one.
do it,
I don't know. When I do it, I
air,
totally notice that it kind of jumps around.
Jump up, and get
I
down.
can't
Especially
see
the
my,
slower
what my
you do
eyes are
it.
doing.
But I can feel mine do it. The slower you do it. And I can see your eyes. They do look like they're like not smoothly. Anyway, you can't smoothly track something that you're imagining.
Hi,
Okay.
smooth.
So some
I'm a
scientists
smooth operator.
took this fact and they
Fact.
did a sleep study.
That's my favorite kind of studying.
And what they did,
I
so
did that in college.
they
Don't
got
know why.
some very specific people to do this sleep study. One, they had to have very high recollection of their dreams.
I do.
Oh, I do sometimes.
They also had to be able to lucid dream at least every other night.
Oh, that's difficult. I've done that a couple times.
I've only lucid dreamt once.
I
Usually, as soon as I realize I'm dreaming, I wake up. So, anyway, they had those.
and you're falling. Well, what is that? Oh,
They have those two kind of people. And so what they did is they had them, they have this device that can track your eye movement.
through your eyelid.
And yeah, I can do through your
Nice.
eyelid as well.
No, they have your eyelids open.
You have to also be
You
able to
can do it
sleep
open too.
with your eyes open.
But what they did is they had them do that thing with a circle. I think they also did like an infinity symbol. And they tracked their eye doing that. And then they tracked them doing it
Without-
just in their imagination. And you
while
could
they're asleep.
no, while they're awake. And you could tell
Oh,
you could tell from the little visual they get from that machine how jerky the eye movement is when they're imagining it. So what they did was
wait, are they still awake at this point?
that point they're still awake. And so
Okay.
then what they did
So they
was
got a baseline.
yes, so they had them go to sleep and they told them as soon as you realize you're dreaming, as soon as the lucid dream starts, move your eyes completely to the left, then to the right, then to the left, then to the right, and
Yeah,
then
that's
straight.
a standard protocol.
Yeah. And then in the dream, do the experiment with your finger and do
Oh.
different shapes. I told them what shapes to do. And then after you finish
The
that,
dodecahedron.
do the left, right thing again.
And if you die in your sleep, come back and tell us
Yeah.
as a ghost.
And then when they wake up, they tell them whether they had a lucid dream, if they did the experiment, and what happened in their dream. And then what they did is they took the eye thing.
data.
Yeah. And so they knew when to start and when it ended.
Mhm.
And they compared it to whether, their eyes when they were perceiving it with their, an actual finger, or if they're imagining doing it.
Okay, this sounds very interesting.
Yes. It matched exactly with the perception.
Whoa.
So when you're dreaming, it's not your imagination. It's the parts of your brain are working that work when you're awake.
Hmm.
And they even had
Imagination.
somebody that did not realize they were dreaming, but dreamt about doing the experiment. And so they were able to take his data and find
does
that
that work?
also matched exactly.
You're
They
so
just-
stressed about it that your brain subconscious is
Oh,
trying to,
so it was one of their people that met the criteria.
Yes.
He woke up and said, I didn't dream.
I didn't lucid dream, but I did do the experiment in my dream. I did dream
Right.
without doing the experiment. So they were able to
Oh.
take data for him. He didn't do the left right thing,
Right, because he's
but
not
they
a
were able
lucid.
to.
so it's your brain that's doing it in your dream, not just because you're a lucid dreamer necessarily.
Right. So yeah, so that showed that it's for any dreams, not just the
Your
lucid
dream
dreams.
isn't just using your imagination.
Right.
Your brain thinks it's really happening,
Yes.
which is weird because when you think of things in the dream, you're like, how did I not know that was a dream?
It's because it's dream logic.
Yeah.
It's internally consistent and makes sense
Right.
in the dream, and so it just seems like
so your
it's
brain's
normal.
just laying down pathways for things it wants to prepare you for, maybe in dreams.
That's one theory.
Yeah, I
don't know.
I don't know that it's preparing you for anything. I think
So
it's
it
probably
also
just
shows that
clearing out the clutter.
your eye movements when you're asleep match your eye movements from your dream.
Right.
And
Oh,
it had to in order for the left right thing to work.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I think that dreams are your subconscious trying to make sense of something.
Okay. Well, you're entitled. No one knows. So some good enough theories. Any other? So I remember hearing some scientists saying that you only dream in REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep.
I think I'd heard that, but
But scientists, what I read now is that they say that's when you have your most narrative and vivid dreams, but that if you're a light sleeper, you can have dreams in non-REM sleep as well.
I will like nod off in a meeting and have like a
Exactly.
dream and wake up and be like, oh, I'm glad I didn't say what I was just about to say because it would not have made sense in this meeting.
Yes. When my senior year of college, I was working graveyard shift and going to school during the day. And so I was often tired in my classes.
did you
but
dig by hand or with a backhoe?
But anyway, in some of my classes, I'd be taking notes and fall asleep while I'm taking notes. And I would start writing
Oh,
whatever I
that's
was dreaming
interesting.
about. And then I'd wake up and I'd look at my paper and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. And I'd erase it.
That would be interesting to do that though.
So the times I've realized I was lucid dreaming, it's because of signs and things I see in dreams.
Hmm.
So you look at it, then you look away and look back, it says something different. And now I'm like, wait a minute.
See, but for me, when I do notice something like that, I immediately wake up.
Oh.
I need to not wake up.
Sometimes I realize I am, but then I don't like take control. I mean,
You don't take advantage.
I
You don't
don't
just
think-
start flying.
no. I think I had one dream where I did that, and it was one of the ones where you are at school, and
Uh-huh.
I think I was missing my clothes or something.
Right.
And then I realized there's no way this makes any sense. I know I had clothes when I got to school, and then they're just gone. That doesn't make any sense. So then I started taking control of it a little bit.
Hmm.
First thing I did was bring back pants.
Oh, okay. I was gonna. So you're naked at school,
Pants
and
are
now you
back
have
in
control of your
style.
dream. What do you do?
You run
But
around,
Make it
pants
so
on.
you're
No
invisible. No one can
pants.
see you. No.
no pants
Just
party.
fly home. Teleport home.
Just make the room morph into home.
There you go.
Then you'd be a morphin time.
You'd be a mighty morphin dream ranger.
Dream Ranger. DVD Dream Ranger.
I sense a YouTube show episode. Oh, episodic show.
Really,
What do you call those?
just have someone and
series.
Web series. Yes, there you go.
just have someone right in front of the camera with a lighter, so it looks like I'm getting blown up. You just light a full flame.
DVD Dream Ranger.
That'd be funny. We should do that.
We would
I
never
don't really
will.
have
No.
no.
We'll say that that'd be funny, but we won't do it.
If
So anyway, I thought
maybe,
that
like-
was highly interesting.
yeah,
It's interesting.
we might have more time to do stuff when more of our kids are not living with us.
Oh,
So just wait 10 more years.
well, you got DVD and I beat now. We've only got 2 each at home. You
Yep.
have 3 each.
3 each children. I try to get
Each
my
of you have 3 children.
I've tried to get the guys I work with to not put each after numbers when it's obvious
You're not
that they're
gonna
using
be
a
able to
number,
stop them.
and they refuse. I'm just like, it's totally
It's a unit.
unnecessary here.
It's like linear feet or square feet. Saying you're counting a unit of something.
Manufacture 2 each keys. You could just say manufacture 2 keys.
How many linear
That's
feet of it?
confusing.
We don't.
Linear feet of keys.
I should do that.
How many square
Manufacture
footage? Square feet of keys.
4.9 linear.
I gave the guy
feet.
that orders my material some, requests or whatever, and he's like, "I can't find any of this material." So I get the drawing out and I'm showing it to him. It's like, "Oh, this drawing, Rev B was 1966. They may not have the same material type."
Well,
Probably
what's kind of funny
changed
is
since
Yeah.
then.
the drawings I'm doing are in inches, but the
Sevenths of
project
an inch?
engineer wants me to use millimeter sized bushing
Why?
or bearings. And
Oh.
so on the drawing,
Is it
I've got
British?
most everything in inches, but then the surface where the bearing mates onto is in millimeters.
Some machinist is going to hate
Well, how
you.
are they going to machine it? They're going to have to
If it's-
convert it, I guess.
The machinists have metric tools, I'm sure. They just
Well,
have to switch their tooling
So
out.
the funny thing is,
Like,
I'm
what?
like,
some of the new
okay.
tools, they can tell that they are supposed to be metric, and they've retrofitted them with English because, like,
Switched by American.
they couldn't quite get this value, and when they converted what they were getting,
Well, I'm just
it
like,
came out to an even
Metric.
number of
I'm just like,
millimeters.
you can get bearings that are in inches. Why don't we just get those instead of doing this crazy thing? But oh well, that's what they want.
Oh man,
So I give the customer what he wants.
I also give the costumer what he wants.
you should
Oh, the costumer.
put
Measurements.
the millimeters in fractions though.
A half a millimeter.
What's funny is
34
the
and
tolerances in micrometers.
3/16 millimeters.
3/64 centimeters.
Oh boy.
You could do that. Alright, should we
That's
go-
how you want it.
Technology.
Yes.
All right, so on that theme for Technergy, we're going to talk about Awake, which is
Like-
the
Behind a boat.
the
Okay, so we were dreaming. Now we're awake.
advanced wake
You don't know where I'm-
field
Mine's about urinating.
accelerator
Oh, well,
I'm just kidding,
experiment.
it's not.
So the way they do high energy particle collisions right now is they have these huge underground rings that are like, I don't know, miles in diameter.
Would you say the guy in charge of it is called the Lord of the Rings?
I would.
I would call him that.
Especially in
Yeah.
a British country.
Well, this one is
Like
at
British
CERN,
country.
which is in Switzerland. But it's so big, it
Yeah,
actually
like
goes
Wales or Scotland.
outside the border of Switzerland underground.
Oh, it goes into a little bit into Switzerland.
It goes into Belgium.
Oh, into Belgium from
Oh,
Switzerland.
it's a long. I don't know
Maybe
next to
it's
each other,
not
are they?
Belgium.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
It goes around Switzerland.
It's not that big, but
It's only a model.
so there's this new way, this Awake system
No way.
will do the same energy collisions with like a 50th the size of
Oh, so
an accelerator.
Do they
You
just use bigger particles?
No. So what they do is they have a straight tube that's filled with a plasma,
Hey,
which a plasma
each their own.
is what happens when you take a gas and you put so much energy into it that the electrons don't stay with the nucleus of the atom. So they're just all free floating protons and electrons. So then what you do is you fire a proton beam through that,
They're free.
and what it does is it
floating.
creates this wake behind it because the proton kind of clears out the other protons in that area. And when then behind it, it creates this like waveform.
I'm not protron.
And they-
I'm contron.
They
I'm Voltron.
focus a bunch of electrons in there, and
And I'll form
the
head.
electrons will build up so much energy that they are reaching the
luminal velocity.
no,
Oh,
Plaid.
they're
Plaid.
getting close to the energies from this huge ring that they've buried.
Oh,
So this thing is so small that a school could have one in a lab,
Like
wow!
a
And put it in a
school?
school bus.
and they could do high energy particle physics.
What kind of an explosion can that make?
Is that a smart idea? You talk about colleges,
College, yeah, not
universities,
well.
Hmm.
Eventually,
kindergartens.
when
Preschool.
they get these
How
things
fast can
dialed
launch
in,
kindergartners at each other? How fast can you get a booger going?
Oh, spit one.
well, it only works on subatomic particle scales, but
Mm.
Boogers made of
so
subatomic particles.
currently they're getting their proton beam from the Large Hadron Collider, which is
Oh,
the
so they're
big underground
cheating.
ring.
Instead of the Large Hadron Collider.
But theoretically, you could get a similar proton beam not using the.
I prefer the Large Salmon Collider myself.
You guys
That's how you
are-
gelatinize it so you can put it with your macaroni.
Yes, that's how you make it.
seeing a business opportunity here.
Yes, me too. Macaroni and fish.
So this idea actually came out back in like the 70s, but they
The
weren't using
1970s?
yes, back in the 1900s.
So last century.
But they weren't using proton beams to generate the wake fields, and so they weren't getting very high energies.
So using corn.
They were using like electron beams.
I bet
Oh.
it was groovy back then.
So then somebody was like, well, if we use protons, we can. And here's this thing that shoots protons really
Can they make
fast.
when it shoots muons?
Don't those make up protons?
Those are like subatomic particles.
They could shoot
Yeah.
quarks. You
Quarks.
got some Ferengis flying around.
I'm sure there's a
Quark
comic of
crystal.
protons exploding and Ferengi coming out.
Mm.
If there's not before, there's gonna be soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. Somebody
The guy's
Actually-
not wearing his safety glasses.
the funny thing about
Can
this
they make Higgs boson particles out of it?
yes, that's the idea.
Oh, did I
Higgs
pronounce
boson.
that wrong?
Higgs bosoms.
The way I found out about this
Sorry, Mom.
is it was mentioned in a web comic.
What?
Oh.
Which one?
I think it was Saturday morning breakfast cereal. Or maybe.
KCD.
I don't read that because I eat French toast on
Let
Saturday
me guess. It
morning.
was Marmaduke. Was it Marmaduke?
Family
It was
Circle.
Family Circus. Or Circle or whatever that one's called.
I thought it was Circus.
It was Garfield.
Kathy.
Kathy.
yeah, sure.
But it was the comic was basically showing the way it works, and then like I think the mouse over text was like, this is actually a real thing. So I looked it up. I was like, oh, this is really cool. So I was like, I'll talk about it on the show.
cool.
Oh, I lost my news story.
I think the punchline was if they get this working, then if you met someone that worked at CERN and they worked on the
I'm
the-
concerned.
particle accelerator, you say, oh yeah, I have 2 of those in my front yard.
Don't discern.
Technically, I'm a particle accelerator right now.
You are.
It's just not a very fast one.
You're a slow.
It's a
He's the
slow
ultra
particle.
slow particle
Accelerator.
accelerator.
I'm the particle decelerator. So I had a news story,
Oh,
but my phone decided it was going to do something different with the webpage.
okay.
Was it about sleeping or waking?
It was about a planet, Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Big,
get
Jupiter's one with
more-
the big red dot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
For now.
hurricane.
For now.
It's a storm.
So they have a satellite orbiting it, taking
Oh,
it
data
has
right
many
now.
satellites.
Is it
Well, a
taking
man-made
Lieutenant
one.
Commander data?
Mad Main.
Yes, man-made.
Oh,
Made man.
made
Made man.
maiden made.
Can he clean it? Yes, he can. He's made man. Or maybe it's the mafia made man.
Ooh.
Oh. So anyways, they've been studying the magnetic field of Jupiter, and it's
Mm.
weird.
Yeah, I bet.
Ooh.
It's not like ours, which has a North Pole and a South Pole.
This one has the East and West Pole.
They have a South Pole. It's like normal.
Oh, okay.
But then towards the equator, there's another pole.
Oh, like a
And there's
a
like
right angle to it.
magnetic areas that don't really follow very much logical sense as far as their magnetic fields.
That means Jupiter must be man-made.
And they got another one in the
Just
northern
kidding.
hemisphere also, and then kind of a northern pole one.
Huh.
They figure that because they have lots of things they conjecture about.
It's aliens.
Well, they assume it's large amounts of hydrogen in its core that have become so compressed they've turned into liquid metal hydrogen,
Ooh.
and then has weird magnetic field properties.
Yeah, it's like superconducting.
Liquid metal. That's like rock music that they play underwater.
Right.
It's the T1000 or 2000.
So
Oh, there you go.
I thought that was pretty cool. Pretty weird.
So Robert Patrick lives in Jupiter.
It was weird, crazy stuff.
It's wild, crazy stuff.
Yep.
Weird, wild stuff.
We should capture and bring it closer.
That might not go well.
We
So
should
I
make
was
a ring
thinking-
world out of planets.
I was thinking of the word guile,
Oh yeah.
and I wonder if gullible comes from that.
I think
You're
so.
able to be guiled.
Probably.
There's ways we can find out.
I probably. I'm too lazy to though. Oh,
Just gotta look up the entomology of it. All there's in here is bugs.
You're gonna study living trees.
They're
Oh,
only
that's,
living because the
that's
bugs inside them move around.
that's Entomology.
They're like a giant hive mind. It's not the tree that's moving; it's the bugs inside.
Tree. They call me
I'm never hugging a tree again. Speaking of bugs,
The me tree movement.
is it wrong of me to feed a stink bug to a spider?
No,
Okay.
it's wrong to do it the other way.
I don't think stink bugs
Get in
eat
there.
spiders.
Get in there.
Force feeding a stink bug a spider would be bad.
I don't think they eat spiders.
That's why I had to force feed it,
Oh,
so it explodes.
ew. I don't want a stink bug to explode. I'm sorry.
You
Yeah.
should not microwave it then.
Oh,
that
we had
would be-
experience with that.
Really bad.
No.
Oh, good.
Um,
You had to throw the
Fast
microwave
news.
away. Stink too bad.
another news: the Vikings are 1-0.
Are they
Nice.
pillaging the coast of Great Britain
They
again?
are.
Oh, okay. Like our ancestors?
Yes. Do you feel like you have more pillager or pillaged genes?
Pillaged?
Pillaged.
Pillaged. I actually know.
So you have more pillaged.
I've had my genes checked.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not wearing jeans.
Oh! Are you dreaming?
No, I'm wearing cargo
Oh,
pants.
okay.
I have more Norman
I often
genes
just
than
try
So
to
you're
fly
normal.
to see
British.
if I'm dreaming.
What?
Are you still talking about Vikings?
No, I just said I often just try to fly to see if I'm dreaming.
Oh,
It doesn't work.
okay.
No, but somewhere back in our genealogy, there's Vikings. Like
Yeah.
Ragnar, the Viking,
That makes
Cool.
sense.
King Ragnar.
Well, the Normans were originally Vikings.
And Viking was not
I'm not
actual,
talking about the Normans, though. I'm
I think
talking
Viking
about
was
actual
actually a
Vikings,
term
like Scandinavians.
describing
Well,
what
the
they did, and not who they were.
Normans came from Scandinavia originally.
I know, but I'm not talking about those ones. I'm talking about the
ones that came later.
Yes.
Gotcha. Cool. Ragnar. That's why we call ourselves the sons of Ragnar.
What?
No.
I will now, though.
Oh, sounds like somebody's got consumption.
Oh,
Do you?
yeah.
Yeah.
I got some.
You guys have way more than I do.
What? Way
1, 2,
more.
3,
I've got like
1,
4
2,
things.
3.
I've got
Four.
3 things.
Oh,
Mine are just really longly named. I only have 5.
Oh, I guess I could add a 4th one, unless I talked about it last week.
Oh, 6, I guess.
I don't know. I finished the Jack Ryan series on
Don't
Amazon.
Oh,
Spoil it.
You
I didn't
see
wanna
the
know that you
spoiler
finished
that
it.
doesn't end?
it turns out he has 2 first names.
I didn't know. I didn't want to know you finished it already.
And they're both male names.
Spoiler alert! I haven't finished it yet.
I thought it was really good.
Me too. What I've seen so far.
It's good. I watched a movie called Immortals with Henry Cavill. Is that his name?
I
Superman.
watched one called Immortals, but it was they shrunk
Immortals?
somebody down to really small and then put them in a person.
Oh no, this was Immortals.
We're immortal.
It's about
We're more than mortal.
a Greek
Wait,
guy
hey.
named Theseus, and he's trying to stop some other Greek guy named
Theseus.
no starts with an H. I don't remember now.
Theseus.
Hephaestus.
Anyway, it has
Hestus.
a lot of names and stuff from Greek mythology, but it's
not
all
based on it
mixed
at
up.
all.
No,
It's all mixed up. Oh.
but this H guy is trying to find this
Hector?
magic bow that can open the cage that's holding the Titans.
Sounds like a bad idea.
He's trying to release the Titans so that
Don't-
they'll destroy
No,
the
he's
gods.
supposed to release the Kraken.
Yeah, there's no
Not
Krakens
the
in this.
Titans.
There was just a crack in the plot.
It was
Have I seen this one?
pretty violent.
Does the guy get his eyes pulled
Oh,
out?
Zeus.
No,
Oh, Hyperion.
Hyperion. Yes,
I think I've seen this.
I may have seen
movie.
you
this
may have
also.
seen it. It's not a real new
What's
one.
it on?
Came out in
2011?
2011.
Immortals.
We got
Oh,
it
yeah,
through a
there's the-
DVD, Netflix DVD thing.
Immortals. Mount up.
So, yeah, it was good. It was pretty violent, but it's what you expect with people fighting with swords and all that.
Yeah. Is that a centaur?
No,
It's a minotaur.
That's what I meant.
it's not even a minotaur. It's a guy with a metal cow helmet on. Oh, the one thing about this movie, it is the movie of weird hats.
That guy's got a really weird
There
hat.
are lots of weird hats in this movie.
I don't think I have seen this.
And
I think
I've
I'd
pointed
remember
it out
the
many
hats.
times while we were watching it. It's
They
like, wow,
free
that's
the
another
Titans,
weird
right?
hat.
And they fight the Titans.
Yes.
Yes. I
Well,
think
the
I've seen
gods
it.
and the Titans fight each other.
I've seen that before.
And while they're fighting,
Kratos.
Kratos takes over.
No.
They're making a God of War movie.
What?
What?
That'd be cool.
I didn't see that.
I like those games a lot.
I had never played those games.
They're fun.
And then I also, let's see, what's on the list?
Sully.
Oh, I watched
He sullied himself.
the first 8 episodes of Iron Fist season 2.
Does he fight better in this one?
There's a lot of fighting in this one.
No, is he better at fighting?
Yes,
Okay.
but then he gets worse. But then he gets better again.
That sounds
Oh.
like the season 1. Except for it in one episode.
So it's about a guy who has the best intentions in the world, but just poor execution of
I almost said something political. I'm not going to say it.
yeah. He makes some poor decisions,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I like it so
Like
far.
whether to pour milk or pour
No.
water.
Yeah. If you didn't like the first one, I don't know if you like this one, but I like the first one. So
This is my least favorite of them.
yeah,
I didn't dislike it. It's just there's a lot of
I haven't even watched.
I haven't watched
Luke
Iron
Cage.
Fist 2
season
yet,
2
or
yet.
Luke Cage season 2
I
yet.
haven't watched any of it.
I haven't. Oh, you haven't seen the first one either?
I saw the first one. I haven't seen
Oh,
the second.
I haven't seen the second one either.
season.
And then I watched a movie called Sully.
That's a good
I've
movie.
seen it.
It's got Tom Hanks.
Tommy boy,
It's got the guy that played Two-Face in,
Aaron Eckert.
I think, yeah, that sounds right.
Yep.
He plays the co-pilot.
Yeah.
So
Must
it's
have played
about
Frankenstein or
the flight, American Airlines flight in 2009 that Captain Sullenberger or Sully had to land in the Hudson River. And it was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
They of
fun
course
romp.
added some drama in there.
Yeah, that
But
because it's based on a true story that actually didn't have much
I heard that
drama.
the FAA kind of got a little offended because it made them look like they were witch hunters.
yeah, it did make them look like they were out to get Sully, and which they didn't really, but it made a
Right.
good movie.
Yeah, it was really good.
So there's a part in the movie where they're on the David Letterman show, and apparently they took actual footage from the show and like did some digital editing to put the characters from the movie into it.
Oh,
And my wife and I watched the actual YouTube clip of the actual Letterman show they were on. It was pretty interesting. Yeah,
Cool.
Tom Hanks did a good job of playing Sully.
shocking.
I guess the makeup department had a hard
Wait.
time getting his hair white.
The guy from Bosom Buddies?
Yeah, the guy from Bosom Buddies,
Oh, okay.
Bosom Buddies was in it.
With their Higgs.
The Higgs
Bosom
Buddies.
Bosom Buddies.
starring Tom Hanks.
And Jerry Mathers.
As
The
Okay. Next
particle
Stuck at the
accelerator.
right there. That was going in a bad place.
All right. Well, I watched Doom with Carl Urban, and
Oh, I watched that last week.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
it was all right.
Do you like the first person part?
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting way to do it. My wife did not like it.
I saw a movie recently.
Yeah,
The entire movie
sick.
is that way.
Hardcore Henry.
Yeah.
We've been thinking about watching it, but I don't think she's gonna like it.
No, enough. She didn't like
Do you
this.
think you'd get
Yeah.
motion sick?
You get used to it eventually.
After you vomit a few times.
Just watch it with a bucket.
We also watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning.
Was it the beginning?
No. Is that the beginning?
It was
I
a
don't think so.
prequel.
Oh, prequel to that?
It was
Does
called
Does
The
it follow
Beginning.
the family or the lady that ends up stranded
It
on the
follows
road?
the chainsaw.
It's
Oh, when it was
like
just like cutting down trees and stuff? Or when it was in Lowe's?
Mm-hmm.
basically it's this town that its only industry is this meat packaging plant,
It's like a bad
and it
design.
gets shut down.
Is
But
it
this family
Chicago?
doesn't want to leave, and so they just sustain themselves by murdering people passing through.
As one does.
And they end up, it follows these two couples. It takes place during Vietnam War, and these two guys are going off to war, and so their girlfriends are driving with them to where they have to go to whatever.
Deploy.
I guess one of them's already been once, and the other one, they're brothers. The other one just got drafted, so they're going to report, and on the way they get hung up in Chainsaw Land, and things go bloody and gory from there. It's pretty gory. I thought it was pretty good.
So there's a lot of talk about the environment then.
Yep. Mhm. Very inconvenient being sawn in half with a chainsaw.
It's also very inconvenient that never mind.
We watched Deep Blue Sea, which has LL Cool J
And
and
I'm gonna knock you out.
Come on, you can get
I'll
it.
look it up.
Mama says knock you out.
hold on to your butts. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is there sharks in it?
Yes. Samuel L. Jackson, Thomas Jane.
They're like
They have this research center,
DNA modified
and they've
sharks, right?
made these three sharks super smart so that they can extract this
Oh, so it's like
protein
sharks on a plane.
from their
Right.
brain.
Underwater
will
though. So sharks
cure-
on a submarine.
The protein from the sharks' brains will cure Alzheimer's. But
But then they forgot how to
Michael
use it.
Rappaport's in it.
Oh yeah.
But then, the sharks
Oh,
obviously
Stellan Skarsgård.
try to kill everybody. And there's some intense parts, and people get eaten by
Wait, I thought
sharks.
they're in the water. Now you're saying they were intense.
Intense under the water.
Oh,
Underwater
so,
tense, obviously.
Or they
So yeah, it was pretty good. I've seen it before, actually. I realized partway through, I was like, yeah, I've definitely seen this.
I've only seen like the last quarter of it before.
That's probably good enough. I
That's
watched
a ringing endorsement.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
That's good.
Thanks
yeah.
for all the fish.
A little bit weird.
I don't know if I've
It is
actually
weird.
seen that movie.
Huh.
I've seen
It's
episodes of the British
available.
TV show.
There's a
I've
TV
read
show.
the book.
So this stars Martin Freeman.
Oh,
Bilbo and Most Deaf
and Watson.
and Zoe Deschanel and
She's from Star Trek.
what was that other dude's name?
Bob Saget,
We just saw something else with him in it.
Depressed robot.
Bill Bixby.
Oh, yeah, the depressed robot was played by Alan Rickman.
Yes, Alan Rickman.
Uh,
It has a different name though, doesn't it? Robot. Marty? No.
yeah, Marvin.
Marvin?
Yeah, Marvin. Cast. Sam Rockwell, that's who I was thinking of. He's from Iron Man 2.
Man, most Def, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a British TV show
There
based
is.
on it too, isn't there?
Yep.
I don't know.
I don't think it's quite the same from what I saw.
I remember it showed some dude's bum.
Oh,
on it.
yeah. Hitchhiker's Guide TV series 1981.
I thought there's a new one. Is there a new TV show?
I don't
Maybe
know.
not. Maybe it's something else I'm thinking of.
Hitchhiker's TV series. Anyways, it's about Martin Freeman one morning wakes up and his house is scheduled
Oh,
for
Stephen Fry's in
And a
it.
wizard has come to his house and convinced him to go on a.
No,
that's
his-
a different movie.
Oh, it
Stephen
says-
Fry is just
an
the voice.
inspector
It
shows
says
up.
Warwick Davis. Oh,
He did the robot, but
he's the
the voice
got
was
it.
Alan Rickman.
I got it. I bet I should watch that movie. I think.
Basically, Martin Freeman wakes up and they're fixing to tear down his house, and
Yeah.
this is the first he's heard of it. And they're like, "Well, I mean, we've been planning this for months. You should have complained back months ago." And he's like, "How was I supposed to know?" It's like, "Well, it's in the county planning office."
And it turns out his friend's an alien.
Yeah,
Ford,
most
Ford or
Deaf
something.
is
Ford
an alien,
Prefect
and
or something. like that.
he gets them off the Earth just before it's destroyed to
Yeah.
make room for a highway for like galactic shipping.
Don't they have like a highly improbable driver or
Drive,
something?
yep.
Yeah, they end up hooking up with Sam Rockwell and Zoe Deschanel, and their ship uses a improbability
Does
drive.
he have two heads?
He does, yeah.
Flips
For
over, right?
most of the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It's pretty funny.
Zeebo.
It's kind of
something?
Quirky.
Yeah, it's very quirky, kind of slow for parts.
Zaphod Beeble something.
So I got to see this
Yeah.
for free in the
Zaphod.
theater
Oh.
because we just worked on.
Oh, Zoe
Beeble
Deschanel.
Brox.
I was thinking of
The other Deschanel,
the Sultana. that
Zoe
plays
Saldana.
Uhura.
Oh yeah, it's not her.
I'm like, yeah, that's okay. She looks totally different than. Oh, she was in Tin Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
That's
the
right,
TV
for
show New
Sarah.
Girl.
Oh, she's also in that commercial where she's like, "Is it raining?" Asking her device
Oh,
while she's looking outside.
Didn't see that
but
one.
we worked on the team that built a theater in Idaho,
Oh,
and we got invited to the grand opening of it.
and they played that.
And
movie?
they had movies you could go see for free after the little. And so me and a friend of mine went, and we found the one that had that playing in it. We watched it.
Kooky.
all together.
weird.
Ookie.
I watched Spider-Man 3
Ooh,
with Tobey Maguire
And
and
Topher
Kirsten
Grace.
Dunst and and
The guy from that 70s show.
James Franco.
another guy, the guy from
Oh yeah, I don't
Wings.
remember.
Oh yeah.
Is that what he's from?
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Oh, so
He was playing like Sandman or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
Spider-Man has to fight Sandman, and his friend
Mr.
Harry
Sandman.
is Goblin Jr. and Venom.
Oh, that's Topher Grace.
Yeah, Topher Grace ends up becoming Venom,
Yeah.
and
I've only seen the movie.
there's
once.
a lot of relationship
drama.
drama
There's a lot of
because
emoing.
Spider-Man is totally
emo.
self-centered and doesn't understand women at all.
Is that because he's infected with venom? I don't remember.
Mm,
Kind of all fighting on
that makes it worse,
Oh, okay.
but like he's totally
He's
oblivious.
not the wisecracking Spider-Man that we grew up
No,
watching.
he's
in the
very
cartoons.
yeah. It's got a pretty different tone to it.
That's
but
why I think I like the next guy that played Spider-Man.
I thought it's fine. It's a fine
Um,
movie, but
Garfield.
It's a British guy.
yeah,
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
I haven't
He hates Mondays and loves lasagna.
seen that. Maybe I saw the
There's
new
like
one.
2 of them, right?
Yeah.
I know I didn't see the second one. I may
The
have seen
second one had
first
the guy with all the electricity.
One
Right?
of them has Batman in it.
Batman.
We got Michael Keaton.
Oh, I was gonna say, are you
So,
meshing Marvel and DC?
so we were
Yes.
watching it because we wanted to see if it was too scary for our 6-year-old to watch.
Oh, okay.
And
Was it?
most of it's
'Cause he
not.
likes
but
Spider-Man.
The part with some of the Venom parts,
Kind of scary.
I don't know. I think it'd be fine. We'll see. And the
And
final
then you're gonna have him watch Venom.
thing, the final thing is a movie called Here Alone, and it's a zombie movie, and it's very slow.
Like a
Like
zombie.
zombies.
Well, the zombies in it actually aren't very slow. It's-
Oh, they're fast zombies.
yeah.
Mm.
They don't actually call them zombies.
Oh,
They're
are you
just
sure they're
people
not vampires.
got this illness, but
They're sick people that are
it
fast.
kind of flashes back. It's
Sick fast people.
It's this woman, and she's alone, just like camping in the woods, trying to live off the land. Although she's not very good at it,
So she's homeless.
but she went out there originally with her husband and their infant daughter. But
They both died.
yes, so then she's alone.
She ate them.
But she ends up
She's a zombie.
rescuing
Oh,
this teenage girl
Bambi?
and her stepdad,
and they both die.
and then it deals
Half
with
vampire, half zombie. A
it
Bambi.
deals with their relationship trying to work
Zompire.
out that. So it was interesting. I liked it, but it was very slow, and there weren't very many zombie scenes, but it was still intriguing, interesting. Trying to watch them survive and figure out how to do stuff.
Just go in a place that has doorknobs.
Yeah. Well, see, because they weren't like stupid zombies, they actually could remember how to do stuff. Like, I mean, they weren't
Vector
mindless zombies, so you actually had to outthink them. But a lot of like covering yourself in poo to throw off your scent and then pouring buckets of urine on yourself.
I think I'm gonna have dry heave now.
Yeah.
That's what they used.
That's what she used so they couldn't follow her back to her
Because they
camp.
didn't want to eat her.
Because that'd make you smell less.
Well, she said it was just to confuse them.
Oh, okay.
I'm confused.
So they
Are we near a porta potty? What's going on here?
well, they would like collect blood and like put it on somewhere to get them to go that way, and then they would cover themselves with other scents so that
Like,
and then they would change their scent halfway home with the urine. So they were like following the trail of the scent they picked up, but then it goes away. I don't know. But then they
interesting.
were like washing off in the same lake that they
they're
were getting their drinking water out of.
That sounds.
But then they were like
sanitary.
fishing in this
That's how they got
stream with a
zombies.
waterfall. I was like, why wouldn't you wash off in the waterfall and fish in the lake? But anyways, she wasn't very good at all the survival stuff.
It sounds like the writer wasn't very good at knowing what.
Well, it's kind of realistic because her husband was the one that knew how to do all this stuff, and he dies.
Oh, so she just
So she's.
she just didn't listen the whole time.
It's
Well,
not that
she
the
had
zombies are
notes.
smart. She's just really dumb.
He was
Oh.
teaching her, but they
She
weren't
blonde.
out there. She was blonde.
You're
So am I.
making blonde jokes, and St. Jimmy's right there.
I hardly ever cover myself in poo.
Poo and urine. Well, not both. I mean, that's just
I
ridiculous.
wouldn't do this.
Only when you can't make it to the bathroom.
Oh,
He's not throwing it.
yet. Keep it up. We'll see what happens.
If I was potty trained.
Back to toddler on the roof.
Yes.
We're gonna have to write out the whole script now.
We have to make a whole like musical.
You guys will have to see Fiddler on the Roof, so you'll know.
Oh,
I've heard of it.
You'll understand Toddler on the Roof.
Ah.
No, it's good.
Is it?
Yes. I saw a live production of it. I don't know.
If I was a rich boy, na 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 na.
Batman.
Rich man.
Oh. Oh, so you're done?
I'm done.
Okay,
I'm done.
that was really
Forgiven.
long.
No, it's
Sorry.
about this Russian
No, it's
Jewish guy that is his daughters are getting married off and stuff.
To each other?
No,
Oh,
Married
Pretty
off.
weird.
off. There's like a matchmaker and
oh.
Matchmaker,
Like for making
make
fire?
me a match.
they make matches. Yes.
Weird.
Get on with it.
I watched Unforgiven.
I've watched.
Is that a
got-
Western?
It's a western.
I had to turn it off with
got
15
Is
minutes
it a
left to come
Metallica
here.
song?
Gene Hackman,
Oh.
So
And
they
it's got
dubbed
Clint
me
Eastwood.
Unforgiven.
and it's got the guy that's in everything. The
Morgan
penguin guy.
Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, he's in everything.
Just
The
They're
about.
taking
Penguins.
Andy's Circus.
And
He's not in it.
there was a girl I recognized.
He
in
played
it.
the horse.
Was
the
that
old one.
Reba
Oldest one.
McIntyre?
An
No.
old woman.
Old man. I didn't know you were called man. Holy Dennis. I'm mixing that all up. What's her name? Oh yeah, and Richard Harris is in it.
Oh,
Francis Fisher.
Oh, it's got Saul Rubinek in it.
yeah, he was in it.
yeah.
He plays a
An author.
writer is what
Guy
he says.
from
And
Warehouse
every
13.
time it says writer, they're like, of letters? He's like, no, I write books. Like, oh, it's really good.
I'm almost done with it.
I like it a lot. It yeah, it's good. Check it out. It's from 2000s.
Unforgiven.
Let's see here. Oh, there we go. So there's this really fun TV show that my wife and I discovered called Dude, You're Screwed.
Okay.
It's a building show.
No, there's
Oh.
5 guys that have survival skills based on their life experience. One's a current Green Beret. There's an ex-Navy SEAL.
Green
There's
Beret
a-
Packer.
No,
What? Green Beret Packer.
no, I wouldn't like him then. And there's a SEER trainer for the RAF, which is Search, Evasion, Rescue. Or
Oh, I thought that's just the way he prepared his meat.
and there's a guy that is a desert survivalist from Utah.
Are you sure it wasn't Desert Survivalist?
I made that joke.
Oh,
He's a desert survivalist. I'm a desert survivalist. I survived.
I ate
Lots
that
of desserts.
whole thing.
And there's another guy that I can't remember what
I
his
need
background
ice
is.
cream.
But they take turns kidnapping each other
Okay.
and then dropping them off, like put a bag over their head and then take them someplace in the world and drop them off with stuff that can sometimes be helpful, sometimes not.
A boat anchor in the middle of the Mojave.
They dropped them in Russia with pesos instead of rubles.
But it's funny because they know they're going to get kidnapped eventually by one of their group of friends.
Uh-huh.
They try to hide stuff on them.
Oh,
And so beforehand, they're like searching them, trying to get rid of all the stuff they
Nice.
have. This last one I watched, they took the RAF guy, the British guy, and they dropped him in the slot
Atlantic.
canyons
the
of
North
Utah.
Atlantic.
The slot
With
canyons
an
of
anvil.
Utah, and they gave him they gave him a bunch of stuff from other episodes. But like they gave him a rescue raft, but you end up making it into a backpack.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
But they're watching, and they have a film guy just goes with them, a camera guy, so the other guys hang back at camp and watch them, and they have something they put on them so they can keep track of their vital signs. So
Hmm.
if they have to go rescue them, they can, and GPS trackers and everything. So they gave him like a metal helmet from like World War II. But
So
as they're
what,
watching, he's after they drop him off or whatever, and they go back to their camp. They're watching the video, and he reaches in his pants and pulls out like a big screwdriver, like a pocket knife.
uh-huh.
Like, where was he keeping that? Because they'd patted him down. Then he takes his shoes off and pulls out the insole, and it was a material for a fire starter material. He uses
Whoa.
insole, and he had other stuff hidden. And they'd found a lot of stuff on him already. He was just really good at hiding it.
So what's this on?
I think it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
That guy that time he went to the dentist, and they rushed in. One of the guys grabbed him around the neck, and the other guy put like the
Laughing gas.
laughing gas on the knocked him unconscious.
Oh.
It was funny. Another guy they got by he's the ex Navy SEAL, and he also coaches football and is involved in a lot of charities. And they sent him a message that one of their big donors had died and invited him to the funeral. So he shows up in like this black suit and walks up to the casket to pay his respects. And it's one of the other guys, and they're like, makeup like he's dead. He's like, oh no. And he's like, turns around, tries to jet, and they grab him. It's pretty funny. Watching them how they grab each other is awesome. Oh, one guy, they dropped the desert survivalist. They dropped him off in the Arctic Circle in Finland.
Wow.
And he opens the bag and when they grabbed him, he runs 50 miles a day in the desert. So he had flip flops on and like moccasin shirt and pants or leather shirt and like survival wear or wherever. And they got him. And so they dropped him off. He immediately climbs up on the burlap sack with all the stuff in it as they're taking off. And he pulls that stuff out. They gave him like a local like Santa suit, including like a beard, like a Santa hat, like wool socks. And it was like 4 feet of snow, and it was like in the spring, so it was all soft. So he's like, for the first day, he made it like maybe half a mile just by
goodness.
Fence posting. You step in the snow and it sinks all the way up to his crotch basically, and he has to take another step.
Yeah.
They tried to make snowshoes that didn't work very well. And the thing is that once they drop them off, they have 100 hours to find civilization.
Huh.
And so do
they even sell that anymore? I thought you meant the game.
So we're first they're worried because they drop them within 30 miles of the Russian border, and there's no sun out because it's all like overcast, and he can't tell which way he's supposed to be going. So he starts heading straight for Russia. They're like, that's probably not a good idea. But it's funny. I haven't seen one where they failed yet. Lots of times you think they're going to fail, and then they happen upon people. Like, oh. But one of the funniest ones is the guy that was dropped off in Utah. He found not only people, but somebody that knew the survivalist guy.
Oh.
And he convinced them to take him their truck to their camp so he could surprise him. But he had taken off his belt thing that keeps track of his vital signs, and they put it on the one rancher's horse.
Oh.
All of a sudden, I'm like, I don't understand. All of a sudden, his heart rate's like 35 beats per minute. They're like discussing what could possibly be wrong with him, and then he shows up at the camp. That's pretty funny.
Sounds funny.
You should check it out. All the guys are characters, and they're survivalists, so you learn stuff, and they learn from each other. It's really good.
Okay, I have to check that out.
And then I watched the entirety of the first season of a show called The Road Trick.
Yeah, I watched a few of those
in one sitting. I watched all of it. It's a magician named
Mikhail Gorbachev.
Road Trick.
Adam Trent. So he's got 2 first names also, like Jack Ryan. But he traveled Europe,
Dilfer,
trying to see how far he can get into places using his magic as like currency almost. Like he went to one city and he like, I want to go to the top of that tower. It's like the biggest, like the city office building thing that's ancient. So it's got this huge tower and it's like the tallest thing in the city. And it goes into like, that's not for, no one goes up there. So he does magic tricks for people, and they're immediately like the ice is thawed, and then he talks his way into going places.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. Does some interesting magic. It's worth watching. I liked it.
Yeah, it's good.
And that's and then I watched, I don't know if I did mention this last week, I watched a Joe Rogan podcast where he's interviewing Elon Musk for nearly 3 hours.
I don't remember.
Okay. Check that out.
No, you told me, but
good.
You didn't say it on the show.
I like the Joe Rogan ones if I find people I like that he's interviewing, because
he's the one from News Radio, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Long. I forget he's in that. It's like really long form interviews. And
he wasn't in the pilot episode, but he was in all the rest of them.
So it's interesting. I guess at a young age, Elon thought at one point that he was careful with how he portrayed himself to other people when he was like 5 or 6. Because he thought he might be insane, because he learned really quickly that no one else thought the way he did. And so he thought if people figured out that he was different than them, that they would put him away.
I hope there's no scandals with him, because Elon Gate sounds like a really, really long. I saw that on Facebook.
Oh, that's funny.
That would
if
be
you
funny.
couldn't tell by me laughing.
All right. Should we do some nerd cred?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So we had a Dungeons and Dragons session.
We
last
did.
Yeah.
weekend.
My wife even enjoyed it.
Oh, she did.
She said that the smaller the group was better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's harder.
And
with
after you
bigger-
guys
more
left, we
people.
played more with
Yeah,
just
she
the two of them.
liked it even better once you were gone.
In fact, she ended up with like two pretty powerful
She
weapons.
did.
Aw.
She had to save
Why
me.
did we leave then?
I don't know.
Why did you guys stay after us?
They said dinner and you guys bolted.
Bolted.
Oh.
So we had dinner, then we played more.
Oh,
Yeah, we
well, we didn't want to put you guys out.
we just fought a cave of orcs. And I hewed them with my new axe.
Basically, finished up all the other side missions.
Oh, okay.
So you guys got to play when they weren't there once. So I
That's
think it was
true.
fair.
That is
Meh.
true.
But I didn't have you. Did I have you guys find some powerful or some weapons?
We were there when St. Jimmy found the Sword of Omens. That
And then
was
they
my
also
wife.
ended up with some.
She found
nunchucks.
it? I thought you. Oh,
No, I got that.
you picked
I
it
got
up.
Hugh the axe.
No, she's the one that picked it up.
Oh, she picked it up.
yeah, he got Hugh.
Oh, that's right.
And then they fought the orcs, and the orc leader nearly killed himself trying to wield a weapon he wasn't so
Oh,
good in.
Mhm.
Pair of nunchucks.
That is dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
Yes.
Well, anyway, I was going to talk about the stuff we played together.
Oh, okay.
Which you could thank my lovely bride for you guys fighting the dragon because you guys were going to escape without notifying.
So first, I was going to mention me turning into a lion
that was pretty
That
cool.
was cool.
and used my pounce attack and just straight up killed one of those zombies.
Well, they're mostly dead already.
Yeah, well, that's true.
They were slow
But
zombies.
that was fun being a lion. Yeah, so we knew there was a dragon in the town, this deserted town, and I was the biggest advocate for let's avoid the dragon. We don't want to fight the dragon. The dragon is going to kill us. And then we
It was a young
almost
dragon.
we almost make it out. Well, it had like 130 hit points or something,
It did have a lot of hit points,
and so
but not a lot for a dragon.
but its attack would have killed half of us.
You're welcome.
Anyway, we're almost out of the village, and what were these things called?
I can't remember what they're called. They're like
They're
these
a
little-
swarm of little creatures,
almost like a mixture between a bat and like a mosquito.
Yeah.
They're kind of big.
and
There's 10 of
so
them.
Mrs. Viddy goes and uses her thunder wave attack on them, destroys
Vaporized
all of them, but it
They only
caught
have
the
2 hit
attention
points
of the
each.
dragon, and we would have been toast if the NPC didn't come out of his hut and attack the dragon for us.
I figured you guys still might bolt and run if I didn't have someone start fighting that you might want to
Yes.
help fight.
Well, because he had us roll for stealth, and if we got 18 or higher, the dragon didn't see us. So me and Mrs. Jimmy had rolled at 18.
I totally failed.
And well, the thing was, so Mrs. Jimmy and I both got, attacks right off the bat. And then we rolled for initiative when the dragon got last, didn't he?
Yeah, he ended up with a really
And
bad
so
initiative
all
roll.
of us went through and attacked him once. St. Jimmy's attack missed.
No, my first one hit.
Oh, did it hit the
Yeah.
first one? Okay. So we all hit it. And then it attacked the NPC with its dragon breath, which
nearly killed him.
makes it so he can't use it again for 5 turns. And so then we got another go through.
That's when I
Yeah, he-
missed. And then dove
And then
into
I
the-
was-
So his ranged weapon attacks weren't very good. He had to be within a certain range.
he was
so he was too far away.
Too far from
He
us.
could
And
only
so
get halfway to you guys. So you got 2 rounds basically before he could attack you.
yeah, and then I used my penultimate spell and finally killed the dragon. And then I used my very last spell to heal the NPC, and he gave me some goodies for that. So
It was
it was
fun.
really.
I really wanted you guys to fight the dragon.
I
and I was gonna let you get away though until she thunder waves.
I could.
I
Yeah, I
was
could
like-
tell you wanted us to fight it.
It was
and
funny,
I was
I'll sit there-
afraid of it. So
I don't know if you guys have clued into this. If you guys are trying to travel between places, I'm rolling dice.
Right.
yeah.
It's to determine based on a number that come up in my head before I roll. If it's below that percentage wise, then you're gonna run into something. If it's over that, then you just keep on going.
Yeah.
My wife's always like, "What are you rolling for?"
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's
She's,
very suspicious of you.
she is. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
She even accused you of cheating.
She did. I didn't have a shield
Like,
up or anything.
He's the DM. He can't cheat.
Yeah, it's my game. I can do what I want.
So yeah, that was fun.
It was a good time.
We
But
killed
we're
a
almost done
dragon.
with that well, not almost done with the module. We have 2 big, huge things left in the module, but we're done with all the side quests in the module.
Okay.
And we're getting beyond what I heard from Happycast.
And you guys are pretty powerful now, so you should
Well, we're all
That's
like level
right.
4 now, right?
Right. And it's
So-
designed to get you to level 5, basically.
Okay.
The first
I'm-
module.
Almost level 5.
And the first bit we were playing, I was giving you guys the experience points.
Mm-hmm.
Like it says, "Here, this experience points for doing this thing." It says to divide them amongst the group, and it didn't do that for the first
Oh,
sessions, but I have. So you've probably noticed your experience points have not been climbing as
Oh,
high.
yeah.
But
Oh, well.
it's fine. I'm having a really good time with it.
I'm okay with
Good.
powering up.
I can't wait to get done with the module though, because I think I'll be more apt to be quick on my feet. I feel like I spend a lot of time looking up stuff.
Right.
And
mhm.
I don't like the layout of the module book. It's not laid out very well to me. It doesn't make logical sense.
Uh-huh.
So I'm constantly looking for where was that at?
Yeah, and now a couple of my coworkers are interested in playing D&D, so we've set up a time for them to come to my house with their girlfriends and play D&D.
So that's what my nerd card was. Is my first DM gig.
Yeah.
Scheduled, like for people I don't
For
know.
like more than a month away, but
Yep. And also I guess we'll do your nerd cred first. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Oh, you have me. So I finally finished my chart for distances between the
oh, did you?
cities on my map.
Uh-huh.
So I can now pick any 2 cities, and I can tell you how far apart they are if you take the road.
Nice.
Awesome.
I built a spreadsheet that does it,
Mhm.
and it's taken me the better part of a week and a half of lunches, which equates to like 10 hours.
Whoa.
Wow.
But once there's a tipping point where once you get enough, then you can figure out, okay, well, this one's near this other city. So I can just grab the formulas I wrote
Uh-huh.
for those other cities and drag and drop.
Cool.
And then to make it so you could pick, you can go either direction with the cities. So there's like the same cities.
Yeah.
Then I just had to go through an equals, and then there's like a dividing line
Mhm.
Cool.
because there's no distance between the same 2 cities.
Yeah.
I guess you could figure out all the way around the. Anyway,
That's silly.
I've made one of those for solar systems.
but at this point, I need to add more cities because I've got some expanses where there's not that many cities,
Yeah,
and my continent's pretty big,
it is.
which is nice because then I can have you guys playing, and then when your friends play, I can have you in the same world, and you guys can be in different parts of the world.
Well, I think I'll make a new character for
Right.
when we play with them,
So you all have characters in different parts of the world.
which is fine.
Cool.
I don't know. I'm kind of still nerding out over this. Although I need to buy some more books because my
Yeah, ever
son
since you've been nerding out about it, we haven't been watching
I know.
the Stephen King movies.
Yeah, which we need to do.
Yeah, we're almost to the good ones.
Yeah.
Hey, we got mentioned on Span the Void.
Oh,
Did
we
we?
did. We were mentioned as one of the podcasts that Jim doesn't listen to anymore.
Oh. Boom, 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 boom.
So we're 9 episodes away from our 300th.
Oh, wow, already?
So what I would like our listeners to do is record themselves doing either nerdiculture, technergy, random news or consumption, or nerd cred, and send the audio file to us so that we can plug it in and do something with it for our 300th episode,
That should be fun.
rather than try to like Skype with people and set up times for different time zones. That was
Write parodies for songs.
yeah, that was a lot of work, and I don't have time to do that this year.
Yeah.
So I'm very busy at work, and it would be awesome if we got even just a few people to send stuff in for that.
Also, send in your artwork, like of
Oh,
one of your
yeah.
favorite episodes. If you want to do a mashup of artwork of
Yeah,
a
do
favorite
some
episode,
Microsoft Paint or
we will use it. So don't send it if you
AutoCAD
don't
or
want it
something.
used.
Yeah, if you send it, then we're going to assume that it's okay to use. All right. If you want to contact us, send an email to engineerdyshow@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for Engineerdy Show. Go to our website, theenginerdyshow.com, where you can listen, you can comment, you can get links to Facebook and Twitter from there. And while you're there, click on our Amazon link to do your Amazon shopping. That supports the show. And we do still have t-shirts available. So you can get them in a variety of sizes, colors. You can get a mug, I believe, a hoodie.
Ooh, hoodies. I like hoodies.
So check that out, get something. And
If I had a hoodie.
since we're coming up on our 300th episode, why don't you tell 3 people about the show and convince them to listen to it?
Force them if you have to.
Tie them up, kidnap them, tie them up.
Ask them if they want to go to the
What
store with you and
episode is
just drive
this?
around with it playing.
What episode is this?
291.
That's so funny because 2 other podcasts I listen to are on 292 this week.
We should do 2 this week.
That's so funny.
Thank you for listening this week. Stay nerdy.
Live long and nerdy.
You have been and always shall be, my friends.